Hello. Hello. Hellos. As per the usual, let me wait for YouTube to recognize that I've gone live so I can get the link and do the stuff and the things. Boop. And message you just went live. Stable. Go back. Pull up OBS so I can see what's going on. All right. All right. Suit of shame time. Yeah, and the other series. This Wednesday. It sure will be. I honestly, like, believe me, that was a very serious concern to me. I almost didn't do homework because I was like, no, I'd rather fail assignments than have to wear the suit of shame. But it is what it is, so I'll have to do that come Wednesday. But yeah. Also, you've been waiting for this, haven't you? You were sitting there waiting. Oh, let's go full screen. Waiting for the split second for me to start streaming so you could show up in chat. Oh, I should do my thing also where I get my FOV changer on. It's just not become habit yet. I don't habitually activate it. And then I forget about it until I try and zoom. There we go. We're beating stuff. Hey, Bean. I know, light your stream. Yeah. On Wednesday. Remember, that's specifically for the odds and ends streams. That's specifically on the Hodgepodge world. This isn't Hodgepodge. This is Guildrock. This one doesn't do the shame suit. I'm safe here. But Wednesday, yes, I will. Anyway, where I left this world last night was placing glass in and trying to make the things do being in circles. Because there's a curve, which is wonk, because technically hyperspace doesn't curve. But, you know, if we were doing technically, then we'd have a diagonal tunnel over to Nettie's portal, and that would be far more difficult. So curve is easier, but it makes the spirals confusing. How do you take a spiral and continue the spiral around a curve? Yay, curve. Well, as you can see, I got the curve done. The curve is all did and glassed over and everything, but I just can't figure out how to get the spiral across it. So, what I honestly might do instead is just get my portal hooked up. If I just dig the area down, get my portal hooked up, then I don't have to worry about the curve. I can just cheat my way through the stream and not deal with curves. Or, you know, I'll just get distracted and do something else, like work on train tracks. Take this down so I can see this area. I know how. You do? Hey, unknown. You know how to do spiraling all the way around? You can get on quickly and do it if you want. I mean, if you wanna show how it works, sure. Because the thing is, I feel like the what is this that you're working on? This is our technically third nether hub setup. This is Natty and my specific, it's a hyperspace tunnel. Very Star Warsian, I don't know if you know much about Star Wars. But But yeah, so the thing is, I feel like because it's a curve, the spirals should deform slightly. Because technically this is like a bend in hyperspace. And if you're bending in hyperspace, then the whole thing should kind of unfurl for a second before you continue straight on. But I'm not smart enough to know how to do that. Because that seems like a thing that really smart people need to figure out how to do. Sam was showing me the old one. I must say you guys love nether tunnels. Yes, we love them a little too much. So yeah, so for context. Ah! For context, if we hop down here, this is the current hub, right? This is the one that Tanya built, the new one. And then let me zippity zip all the way over and up. Somewhere along here, I'm not sure where, but somewhere underneath this tunnel is where ours is. So we've just been building a third tunnel network in between the other two networks that have already been established for no reason, really. Hey, Tanya. Just explaining to Unknown the absolute absurdity of what Natty and I are doing with our third tunnel network. But hey, you know, we're having a good time, and it's for the lore. It's for the lore, therefore it's necessary. Or something. Anyway, I need to repair my pickaxe before I do anything, because anything I'm doing involves many digging. So we have aha. Yes. How is everybody doing? It's been a wild day. The temperature decided to drop like 30 degrees or something. And I'm still rocking t-shirt and shorts, and everyone's judging me for it. Not snowing yet, though. Fingers crossed it doesn't snow till after Christmas break. Because I just don't like snow. Is many digging related to many boffins? So you've heard that joke, then, I take it. But it fits so perfectly between the two. It satisfies my perfectionist feelings. I know, that was the thing. It was because we counted it out, and it's literally the absolute perfect number to go in between. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. It's, you know, it's like poetry. It rhymes. Hello, sir. Would you like to give me XPs, please, bruh? So the thing is, because of lore, I'm not allowed to respond to the many Manny Bothans thing because, you know, he doesn't exist yet. Just using a compass, protractor, and everything else to jot down stuff on a paper for base. Ah, wow. You're like actually really planning stuff out. I just wing everything that I build. I would never use a compass and a protractor to do that. Oh, well, I went outside today and it was freaking hot. I don't know how hot your weird units, but around 33 to 35. Wow, that is warm. That's I'm going to guess. Someone can probably look it up and give me the actual answer. Uh, but that's like at least hundreds, if I remember correctly. Trigonometry. No, I would never. I would never use trigonometry to calculate things. At some point, we need to figure out a layout for the spaceport. Yeah. Yep. Could do that potentially this stream if you want. I'm open to alternative things that don't actually need to be done but sound fun. Or I guess it actually does need to be done, but alternative things that aren't figuring this out that need to be done. It's 90s. Honestly, it's just circles, but I absolutely hate doing things with them, so it's painful. There is a I assume most people know, but there's a website called Donut Studios. I think it's something like Donut Studios, something like that. But if you look up Donut or just like pixel circle generator, then there's a website that has like we'll calculate how to build circles. I use that fairly consistently. California is having a second summer. Ooh. I wonder how Arizona is affected by that. I wonder if Arizona is also having a second summer. I spent all summer in Arizona, as an FYI for those who did not know. Love Arizona. The thing is, do you prefer the cold or do you prefer the heat, though? And like this is the thing that like I've actually seen people get heated about. So like, would you rather it be cold or would you rather it be hot, and why? It's down here. Bruh. Yeah, like personally, I would rather it be cold. Because the way I see it, you can always like add more layers. You know, you can always heat up, but you can't always it's just hard to cool off. There's only so much you can take off, you know? There's only so many layers you can remove. Because rules of general decency. You know? But it's like you can always bundle up more. You can always add more layers. But like I don't know, because I've like people have gotten heated about this when I mention that. They're just like, no, you're insane. How dare you say such things? Generally never too hot, never too cold. The other big difference is if it is if it's a dry heat. Like that, people don't understand how much of a difference that makes, but it's huge. Dry heat is murder. Give me, or no, wet heat is murder. Give me 20% humidity any day over flipping like 100, even 80% humidity is too much for me. Weather in the UK has been pretty wacky recently. Ah, delightful. Has it been sun shining? Is that why you say it's been wacky? I don't know anything about UK normal weather, except that it supposedly rains there all the time. Huh. How far down do I want to take this? Because we want to have the light blue streaks, light blue area, the space and white streaks, and then we want to have the normal space down below. So I'd say if we drop down really far, we can really fully achieve that. I don't know how many wockets are... Wockets? I can speak English, everyone! Wockets! I don't know how many rockets I want to waste flying up this tunnel every time. We have dry heat, so it's fine. I hate wet heat. Even moderate heat with high humidity is unbearable. Yes, like, and it's better if you can do something like if you have air conditioning, like you can survive. You can survive humidity, but it's just like it's just terrible because you're just sitting around feeling sticky all day, and I just don't want to do that. Like, I would rather be cold. Sit around feeling sticky all day. Isn't that an Ewok walk-it? I haven't watched enough. Jedi to be able to make Ewok sounds on command. My instinct was to give you an Utini, but that's distinctly not Ewok. We had humidity plus like 39 degrees last year. No AC. Oh, that hurts. That sounds horrendous. Disgusting. Like, I came up... Yub nub. Yes, this is true. Yeah, like I said, I spent the summer down in Arizona, but I came up from there to come to school here in Illinois, and like... The first couple weeks I came up and it was mildly humid here. It wasn't even that much. It was maybe like 70% humidity. And like, what was it? 70%, maybe 80 degrees or whatever. But like I was just showing up, and I mean Arizona, we were sitting at 100 degrees all summer pretty much. And I just remember coming up and just complaining to people, just like, it was a really bad trade. I'm like, this is just objectively worse. I was better off in Arizona where I was 110 degrees in the shade than I am over here where it's just humid. How are you still alive, unknown? No kidding. I had to wear a hole-on black blazer, black pants, and a white shirt under the blazer during school. All we had is heaters. Oh, no kidding. How are you alive? Are we talking to unknown, or are we talking to unknown's ghost right now? Because I don't know that unknown can exist. Oh no. Look, glass. Free glass. I refuse to believe that anyone could survive in that kind of absurd temperature. That just sounds horrendous. 110 degrees in the shade. What shade? There is no shade in Arizona. Well, you know, cactuses. Now, the funny thing is, like, I think I would imagine California is the same, but you know, like when you go further up, up north, like there are mountains and there is like, it snows. Like people will travel to Arizona for skiing. As absurd as it sounds, but you know, like up north, go up Flagstaff, Payson area, like it actually is genuinely pretty nice area. Would I probably take Phoenix over it? I don't know. I like Phoenix. I was in Las Vegas this summer and went to Utah and Arizona too. Ah, fun. Very, very long road trip. Simply because you're on that side of the US where states are like, you know, massive. How are you guys alive? Well, the thing is, right, it's 100 degrees. And I'm talking Fahrenheit. I don't know Celsius enough. I think 100 degrees is like 40, like high 30s, low 40s. So, you know, think high 30s, but the humidity is maybe 20%. If even, you know? Like that's the deal breaker right there. Because the humidity is so low, you can survive in it. It's the higher elevation, yeah. Yeah, because Arizona has the tail end of the Rockies break into it. I've only ever been on the west side. Furthest I've been east is Kansas. Well, that is not my experience. I've been all over. I think the furthest east I made it would be New York. Unless I don't think Philadelphia can beat that. We got a fully electric car. It was a fun and long trip. Fun. Only able to make that out west though. Electric cars like wouldn't. That's like one of the things is electric cars wouldn't really be able to run in snowy areas. Just because the sheer coldness of the temperature means that cars have to be built differently for that. I can't understand freedom units. Trust me, I don't understand them either, and I'm a proud American. Give me the metric system. You know, there's a reason Star Wars was measured in meters. Philly wouldn't know. Okay. Yeah, I've been over Delaware, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I've hit Florida. But I think officially like the furthest east I would have been would be New York. As long as it's a dry heat though. Were you around in the area affected by the hurricane that swept through a couple weeks ago, Tanya? Did any of that affect you, or was that just around? Football fields per Big Mac divided by bald equals freedom. Hello. Wonder super easy. No, they were fine with snow. The bigger problem is the fact that chargers are sparse. Yeah. The other thing is, right? Because like, I've got no problems with people trying to go green and all that. I'm not the absolute strongest believer in all of that stuff, but you know, if that's your thing, then go for it. But the thing is, how are you getting, you know, when you're charging your car, how are you getting the electricity to charge your car? You know, because there's also that to think about. How, you know, where does the electricity come from? And just the whole thing of if everyone had an electric car, how much would it take to keep everyone driving around? You know, just these are just things I like to think about. Just ponder. No, hurricane was near Los Angeles, and I'm near San Francisco, 7 hours away. Okay. That's good. I mean, everywhere's been having weird weather recently, because there was that one point, like, over the summer. Was it this summer, or was it 2 summers ago, where, like, it was Las Vegas was flooding, wasn't it? Like, Las Vegas was flooding. The casinos were being flooded and stuff. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, weather all over is being weird. We need more oil. Let's see. I think if I dig this down one more level, then I'll be fine. Digging it down 4 blocks at a time. Yes, it's one more level. But it's not. It's 4 blocks at a time. Yes, it's one more level. But it's not. Shut up. Then we'll see if we can really get something going. Oh, you know what'd be cool? Over the course of this over the course of this season, as I slowly make my base more and more imperial, I'm gonna just change the air quotes world underneath this area here. It's just gonna slowly become more imperialized. Right now we still use fossil fuel plants, but renewables are more efficient. So over the next decades, because it's cheaper, so the power for electric cars will eventually be that. Well, it's not even that. It's just the like, I mean, think of just how much more, because you're gonna have to get all the cables and everything, right? Think of power lines running and how many people, like especially in California, you already have problems. Like in California, they're already having problems with their power plants not being able to, just like whole neighbor outages and stuff. And I know that's because of a whole thing, because wildfires and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, if you're already having power shortages, think of how much more it's going to be when everyone's relying on that. And like the cables are going to have to be more produced, and you're just going to have to get more, like the whole infrastructure has to be completely overworked to even make it viable. If everyone's charging an electric car, how much drain is that going to take, how is the F1 race in Las Vegas affecting the people? Heard loads of people were kind of mad about it. I have no clue. I don't follow F1. I would have no clue about that. And now mining the lithium for car batteries. Yikes, that's the issue with electric cars. Yep. There's also the whole thing of like making, if you want to talk about solar panels or wind plants, making solar panels is, from what I've heard, the chemicals and everything they use for that is extremely dangerous. And then, I mean, wind power plants, if you're just like driving through Texas, it's just you see all the dead ones up there and they're just rusting away. We got green. We got electric not to be green, but to make life more difficult and easier depending on the situation. Yeah. We already have that infrastructure. I don't know though, is the thing. I don't know that we do, because it's just like all of the, it's just I don't know that the current electric power plants and the current electric power lines alone could support the strain that would be required if everyone was using that. You never need to go get fuel, just plug the car at home, but long travel requires special planning and a bit of a pain. Yeah. Yeah, I had, so over the summer, I had, driving to work and stuff, I had I was using my grandmother's Volt, which is a hybrid. So I basically never bought fuel, and it was pretty fantastic because I could just, come back, charge it, and then just drive to work back the next day and just like charge it, every once in a while just to make sure that it was fine, and I never needed to buy fuel. But I got nothing against it. I'm just thinking if everyone's doing that all the time, then I'm just thinking, would the infrastructure actually sustain that? Electric car in Europe is pretty good compared to use in America. I've heard that. And that's also true just because Europe is less big. In Europe, you don't have, there are wide open areas, but you don't get like, 10-hour trips, all, not even covering half of the state. So like electric car works when you're in a close area, but if you're driving long places, it just doesn't work. Car is nice and quiet with no explosions happening underneath the hood. Yeah, that is true. It was weird after I got my actual car and I say, after I bought my own car, and which takes fuel, and I just got it and it was driving. I was just like, oh, this is weird. Tesla at full charge uses max like 11 kilowatts. A house on average uses 26 to 36 kilowatts. Like America is the size of Europe. Yeah, we're huge. Europe also isn't built for cars like the US is. So, okay. So here's the thing, Natty. I'm not talking about how much. Are you talking about? Because I'm not talking about how much the Tesla uses to operate, to run. I'm talking about how much the Tesla uses to charge. While it's charging, how much of a drain is it taking? Is kind of the thing. For real, going to London is a pain because of parking. Yeah. I think this is big enough. I'm gonna go with it for now. We're gonna say this is big enough. we'll start building. Howdy to Joe. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know much, like how much is wasted. No, just how much, right? So if you're saying in an average hour, right, a house uses 26 to 36 kilowatts, and the current infrastructure of the U.S., right, is built assuming that's what everyone's using. If everyone was charging a Tesla, how much does the Tesla raise the average use, right? Because if a Tesla say uses 11 kilowatts, then you're saying every house while they're charging is using 11 kilowatts, which raises the average from 26 to 36 to, I think it would be, I don't know math. But you know, like the average everywhere would get raised, and I don't know if the infrastructure could handle everything getting raised at once. But this is just theory, you know. I don't actually know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying words. Fly up and see what he's been doing. Ah, so he's stretching it out over there. Interesting. It wouldn't be at once, though. No, because not everyone would be charging at the same time. I'm just saying overall, like, because even if you get a couple, like, I don't know. Drop off. Actually, I'm going to keep a little bit of glass to put at the bottom. The cool thing about charging, they have smart things that make them charging mostly at night when the load is lowest for day and electricity is cheaper. Okay. See, that's something that I'm like, okay, that would be a way to solve it. But then again, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's just interesting. And why would you assume that electric means Tesla? I don't. I just don't. I don't know anything about cars. So I mean, I was saying Tesla because Natty. But I just don't know anything about cars. I don't know what brands run electric and what brands don't. I think that they're all kind of going electric at this point, but I would have no clue. So that's the only reason I'm saying Tesla. Let's go up and let's see if we can get like a good 5, 6, maybe 7 layers of blue concrete underneath here. And that'll be where the light blue streaks are. I think it's an easy car example for electric. Yeah. Because, like, I've met people, like, my dad's a car mechanic, so you would think that I would know many things about cars, but I don't know. I never did. Let's go over here. 1, 2, say 3. Nah, 1, 2 is a good base starting point for what is up top. And then if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then we can say this is where the light blue streaks come in, where you're basically in hyperspace. And then underneath that, we'll have a much longer space with streaks. And then at the very bottom, we'll have a big just expanse. Yeah, almost every brand got 1 or 2 electric models now. Some are pretty good. Must say though, I love the Porsche Taycan. It's such a great electric car. I have no clue what that car is. I assume that that car manufacturers build good cars, but that's about as far as I can assume anything because I don't know anything about cars. I trust other people to know what they're talking about. If you say it's a good car, it probably is. But anyway, random discussions about electric cars. And there's a wild zombie. Don't you mean wild Sam? Well, yes, but you know. This tunnel has been speed built, I do say. If 50 million Teslas were to charge for 1 hour at the same time, that is 575 million kilowatts. Okay. But how much does 1 Tesla take to charge? Enough. I might want to go 1 or 2 more light. I don't know. Let's see. Let's get the fly. Thank you. Let's get the sea lanterns and give it a shot. 1 Tesla is 11.5. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I guess if you're doing it at night, then everyone is not using as much and everything's using about that. So, you know, I guess that is I guess that, yeah, that works. It's just, you know, it's just something I've always been like, but how does it actually line up if everything, you know, adds up together? Now, because there's streaks, in theory, the glass will also be in streaks. Theory. So let's see. If I do like 1 here, let's say. Just try things out. We build 1 streak there. And then let's go here. Here. This one close together. This is where it's going to be expensive. And we'll have a little bit of a gap. The US power grid uses about 1.1 billion. Okay. Put some really close together. That. Here. Here. Middle again. And then there, and there. Technically, it should break down into the lower, and the streaks should just continue up. If we could get depth here, that would be fantastic, but I don't know if I want to try and bring that through. Because, I mean, technically, you're getting... you're seeing all the different stars merge into streaks. But that would... sounds like just a headache to pull off. So, we're just going to avoid that. Ooh, that's the other question. How much is this going to interfere when you're flying over? How much are you going to see that? Because we don't want it to be super, super noticeable. Unknown has joined the game. Oops, I can type. I mean, it will be noticeable, but it shouldn't be ultra noticeable. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. No problems here whatsoever. Everything will work perfectly fine. Let's just take... oh my gosh, we're running out of glass. This is terrible. Terrible, I says. Up down here, pick up the concrete so we don't waste it. Then hope that my one rocket will launch me up. It does! Hooray! It's gonna be fun because if I fall down, I'll have no way to get back up. Okay, so we know we need to have blue over these. This we know for a fact. Colors, or that the sea lanterns have to have blue glass over them. Oh, thank you. Much obliged. Cool. So that's where glass needs to go. And we got a little bit of room for if we want to add in the clear streaks. Unless we don't want clear streaks here. This is fully possible. And Tanya has joined. We shall howdy her as well. Beautiful. This is turning out. One last clear glass streak. We might want to switch these out for light blue, just so it's more visible. Let's just hop down. Let's see. So next we'll have to do, we need to get some black concrete and lay it all out. Get some much longer streaks in that. And then we'll need to do much further down and get some probably using, I really liked how Nettie used the end rods. That was a good touch. And actually, while we're at it, let's just shift my portal down already, so I can use it while I'm down at the bottom. And then we'll need to get some kind of ladders in, so I can hook up to there. In case I want to go to the actual just normal nether hub. Hopefully. Hopefully it looks epic. Because that's the whole goal. If it doesn't look epic, there was no point in us building this thing. Oh, more rockets. I don't have a flint and steel. I'm smart. I think it goes blue concrete, blue terracotta, gray concrete, black concrete. You know, I'm gonna look up my single reference image that I look up. But keep regular glass. I would stream my sole reference image that I use. But I don't want to because I feel like if I streamed the Return of the Jedi, then I would just get copyright struck and everything. I don't want to deal with that. So let me just quickly temporarily be briefly AFK while I look it up. Because this is the thing. We're going. It goes from stars, normal stars, right? You get the normal space atmosphere. And then the stars slowly begin stretching as all the stars continue to stretch because of the sheer color. The lights begin to slowly turn blue. And then they're pure streaks before. Oh, that's really cool. I just found something going frame by frame through the Battle of Endor. But yeah, they just kind of go up, and then the ship cuts. They cut out of the ship, so you don't actually see what happens when they hit hyperspace. But when they're dropping out, we see back up a little bit, back up a little bit, back up a little bit. Here. In the deceleration, right, you get the big blue tunnel, like up top that we did. And then streaks appear. The streaks appear. It's still blue. Now it fades to So arguably, the blue streaks should be much longer than the black streaks. Interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, portal. Kill this stupid skeleton. And all these stupid skeletons. Okay, fight between yourselves. I'm gonna have to get more obsidian and make this a 3-wide portal because otherwise it's just gonna make me angry. It's 3-wide and this is a 3-wide area. Ow. Die, sir. Thank you. Let's make sure we don't have it again. I don't have anything to light this with, so I have to go out and about the other way. Which I suppose is fine because I need to get the black concrete as it is. So the thing, Natty, I liked how you did the gradient over here, but I feel like this is more because you weren't doing the streak as expressively. And if you're doing the streak of the lights more expressively, then you don't do then, you know, you're using end rods because they look more like lines, whereas here I'm making actual lines out of the what'd you call it? Things. Words. You know, words exist. I know how to use words most of the time. Sea lanterns. There we go. Ah, I'm dumb. Anyway. Any McHoozles. Let's go. It is this way. Let's go back to the base and get more black concretes. Which might mean that I need to do squid killing. Because I don't know if I have enough ink. I could buy it now. Actually, I am rich now. I has monies. Not much of it. But it does has at least a little bit. This is hard, lol. I mean, yeah. Why do you think I was struggling with it? It's not like the lines don't feel like they look right ever. Did I have any spare left over? Oh, I have more obsidian. This is good. Where's my flint steel? I have a little bit of black concrete. And I do have some ink. Good. Very good, very good. Let's go make us some stuff. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. That's frustrating. I will dig some sand so I can make it an even 16 stacks. Beautiful. Full. Good day. We just sit here and do Minecrafting. There's not too many days that I can do this. Because just, you know, there's so many other things to do. College just demands all of your time and all of your attention. Some days you just need to do something like this, you know? Some days you just need to dig massive concrete pillars while you're within the range of the beacon, so you can insta-mine it. I don't even know if Natty's listening to the stream anymore. Yeah, I retire, lol. It's done. Enough. But does it connect all the way around? Because the biggest thing is, does it look legit? He's gone. Biggest thing to me is, does it seem reasonable as you're flying through the tunnel? Does it look like it could actually happen? The reason it's so hard to answer is because you're, emulating a fictional dimension of space and time that doesn't have any rules. Yeah, it connects and you can continue. Nice. It doesn't look bad until you look at it too much. Cool. Considering you and I are the only ones who are going to look at it too much, and in the videos it's just going to appear as a really quick skip, it should be fine. Yeah, at some point we should figure out what exactly we're doing with the spaceport. I really did like that last image that you had sent, the Moncall-ish planet. Oh, there's a wild Tanya. Behold, wild Tanya in her natural habitat, top of a sensor dome. Just observing. Aww. How nice. How absolutely fantastic. I mean, I'll be honest, I was mostly joke complaining about it because I have a box with some rockets in my ender chest. But I didn't have an ender chest on me. It was more the frothful. Anyway, let me dig this down because I don't want to try and land on a really tiny platform. Believe it or not, I'm not an expert flyer. Like the piece of paper. Shut up. That doesn't even make any sense. Diggy down. I could give you ender chest then. Yeah, that I would definitely not pass up ender. I mean, I won't pass up free rockets. I'm not gonna say no if you're offering me free rockets. But ender chest, I haven't spent any time getting myself more than one ender chest, so unless I remember to bring it with me, I just leave it behind. And yeah, my ender chest this season is terrible. I have not set up an ender chest at all. It's really bad. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm lazy, so that's all the concrete I'm going to harden for now. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, 2 ender chests. I'm positively rich. So expert level 99, super rich in ender chest havings. And now in rocket havings. Look at me go. Oh, I should bring wood for ladders. So I can set up a ladder up and down. And yeah, that's right. I can't go through this portal. I gotta go through another portal. The delay between the streaming game is like 1 minute for me. I don't actually. I don't know. I think that's a YouTube thing. I don't know if I can set anything for that. I think YouTube just automatically does that. I think on Twitch is where you can set up how long that goes. Or is it wood? I have the most birch. Stream delay. Yeah. Oh, nope. Can't go through there. Gosh. I don't want to spawn a random portal in the middle of the tunnel. I would die. Especially if it showed up in the curve. Like, that would just be the worst. Alright. Now we can get over to mine. Argument can be made for why it should go here. Because that's closer to the original. I think I might do that. Which means, of course, that I'm going to have to dig up everything that I already placed, which is good fun. Digging obsidian. Top 5 enjoyable activities, really. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can do for stream delay. I think that's a purely YouTube thing, unfortunately. I mean, technically, I don't have to mine it. I could just get more obsidian later. But hey, waste not, want not, right? Right. How is the relation to audio, by the way? How does the game sounds sound compared to me? Because game sounds are cranked up a decent bit in OBS because I always felt like in recording wise and stuff they never came through. But never asked actually. Cool. Syncs up. All right. I don't like your existence. Please don't exist. That was mean. How could you? Poor Enderman wasn't doing anything. He was sad and defenseless and... Shut up. That was mean too. Sounds okay? Cool. I think I want to extend the blue further down, honestly. But in any case, from here... Wait, what? Oh. This outer layer doesn't need to be... I'm dumb. I mean, I'm smart. What do you mean I'm the most intelligent person to ever exist? We might change out the other portal by the spaceport portal might be dropped down because I was thinking it might look better if there's a longer stretch to get to space, which is what we're testing here. So if you think mine this area looks better. And then we might switch it out and move them all further down so it looks more realistic. Air quotes realistic, of course, because Star Wars is nothing if not realistic. Being a fantasy a fantasy world. We just hope that we can make it reasonably far with the amount of concrete we made. Ah! Dang it. We should be able to go pretty far. If not all the way to the top, like, I think we'll go all the way to the top of this, really. See, I think the majority of this area should be stars, as if it's just the normal space. And then I think here we should start having it split. So we can have, so I think this will be a little jagged here, and then we'll pull the blue further down. So, we'll do this. Lot here. 3. Have you thought of using skulk blocks for starry effect? I haven't. Although I haven't messed around with skulk enough, but it might really work. Something like that. Yeah. And then above that, we'll do the blue. I need to get a good look at skulk, actually, now that you mentioned that. And I also need to get a ladder set up. Seems to me that it ought to go right about here. It looks great both in vanilla and RTX. I will have to consider that then. More trippy than the other tunnel. I take my rockets. This one's just gonna be like pitch black looking. definitely take a look at Skulk. The only thing is how dark is it? Is the real question for me. Gosh, stop that. Because if it's not because I mean Star Wars, the sky stars are always like set straight up in the void. Uh-oh. Missed something. Where's the tunnel at? Unless that is the tunnel. There, possibly. And so I'm trying to get the blackness of space, which is why I'm going with black concrete. And if I remember correctly, having not played around with Skulk at all, here we are. We should move the ladder to be on the other side. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Skulk is a little more green than it is like black. Yeah, it may not be dark enough for you, but maybe you could use it for something. Yeah, I'm not against giving it a try. I'm just thinking. Now, where is the tunnel? How are we breaking into this? If this is the underside, then we've got issues. It is. We want to break into this thing from the side. Good area that we could enter from really there. That would probably be the best spot for it. Anyway, I'm going to figure the specifics of this out later. Right now, just worry about getting this thing in. All right. I believe that we've got some skull being used over here, so we can just take a quick look at it. See what it's like. I can definitely see how you would use that as stars. Especially because of the glow. But it's just that it's green. More. Random question, what is your favorite ice cream flavor? I don't really have like a go-to consistent because I don't eat ice cream that often. I'll always tell people it's not vanilla because I mean, I've got nothing against vanilla, but I'm not gonna be boring. Chocolate's okay. I don't like strawberry. Strawberry's too sweet. But I'd say the favorite ice cream I've ever had was there was this one shop in Greece. They had homemade blueberry ice cream. I only had it once. And if there's any place in the world that I would go back to again just to get ice cream there, it would be that single shop. But it's not so much that like I dislike any ice cream. It's just that I don't get ice cream that often. So, you know, like I'll try most any type. I just haven't with most. Okay. Now let's fill out the rest of the blue. This might be a point where Natty's right and we need more gradient. But the thing is, in the movie, the color just kind of happens, like the shift just happens all at once. And it's mostly just because of the amount of light that there is what it looked like. It's the interesting conundrum of trying to figure out why special effects artists did things the way they did a long time ago. Yeah, ice cream, like most sweets overall. I'm not a huge sweets person. Like I don't eat a lot of sweets. So I don't really have like a favorite type of anything just because it's like, yeah, I like every, I haven't tried it all. So I can't tell you like, oh yeah, that's absolutely my favorite. But yeah, what about you? Mango ice cream is good. I like mango ice cream. I like fruit ice cream overall. It just can't be too sugary. Uh-oh. You're kidding, right? You're kidding. 5 blocks to go. What kind of joke is this? Okay, let's see if there's any more stray concrete on the outside of this I can take off. Maybe like 4 more blocks, It's cooking something in the other room. I wonder what they're making. Akimitsu. Dun dun dun. As per usual, howdy. Drop. This. This is open there. Where does this go? That's where that goes. Okay. That should be enough to finish that. Oi, let me out. All right. So far, so good. So now, if we're down here, we kind of break some of the stuff and we look up. There needs to be more light. How to make it more intense without making it more intense. That's really the question. Okay. We need whatchamacalls thems. End rods, which we have 51 there. And another bit there. Another stack. I dislike American vanilla ice cream. Is there a difference between American and like Ukrainian? It's too sweet and tacky. I like chocolate, plain chocolate, and yesterday I found sugarless pistachio flavored. I have forgot how good it is. Not a common flavor. Pistachio is good, actually. I have had some good pistachio. Okay, that looks pretty legit. I'm bored with that. Pistachio is good. I love pistachios as is. Like pistachio ice cream. Good pistachio ice cream is fantastic. Do I get it a lot? No. It's hard to find. It is. I don't need this clear stuff, I don't think, anymore. Yes, vanilla ice cream in Ukraine is sweeter, less sweet, and super creamy. Lighter, less sweet, and super creamy. Oh, do you think? Because I've heard there's a thing. I've heard there's a difference between how Actually, this is something I'm curious about. Because one thing I've complained about since coming here, and like people here in the States don't understand it. Um, is everything in America I feel like is oversweetened. Like just everything you eat, they add way too much sugar to everything. And I've met a lot of people here who just don't understand that, and I'm wondering if the difference is the fact that I grew up in Greece, and if like just it's Europe has less sweet. Because like I don't know. But I've also heard people say that like chocolate in like the UK is better because it's the way they get the milk or something. Like it could also be something like that. Like there's a difference between the way they get milk, and so they compensate here in the States by adding more sugar into it. So I don't know. I'd be interested to hear your opinions on all that though. Let's see. If I could not fall off the ladder, that'd be great. Here I think we want put one there. But if we put them starting further up there. Perhaps everything in US is too much sugar, even things you don't expect to have any sugar at all. Yeah, right? Like there's just sugar in everything. It's like what even the heck? European chocolate is better indeed. Okay. I'm gonna have to actually figure that out. Cause I know obviously, there's Swiss, Swiss chocolate. There's that whole thing. And so at some point I do wanna like actually try that and see what Swiss chocolate is like. But like I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say things about the differences between like I've mostly heard it being between US and UK chocolate. But I've never really known. We're not doing one there. Because up here we're doing the streaks. Maybe add more stars down here. Something like that. And Oh, nail that jump. There you go. I've definitely felt that America just oversweetens everything. And then, you know, you go around going, oh my gosh, look at how obese everyone here is in the States. We're having a health crisis. It's like, yeah, if you stopped putting sugar in everything, maybe we wouldn't. Cadbury is one decent chocolate you can buy regularly. Okay. I'll have to check that out. Do that for the first layer. Not sold on that. Not sold on that yet. Say howdy to Dickie. It might be better. Actually, I don't know. Would it look... Because I could try putting it inside the wall. But that begs the question, would it be seeable? Because I definitely want something that you can look up and see. I mean, really the best thing would be if we had a layer, like we had a lid over it right here. And underneath, you only see the lights underneath. And then when you fly up, you only see what's above it. Because then we could have like the lights scattered around here. And so you'd only see the stars here. And then you fly up and you hit the hyperspace thing. That could be cool. It would make it frustrating to get up and down, though. I do know how to do that, though. If I used black tinted glass, I could make it so I couldn't see through it. We're gonna stay with this for now, I think. Let's hop up, get some of these. If you are not sweets person, what is your guilty pleasure food? Cheez-Its. I don't even have to think about that one. I am a Cheez-Its person all the way through, and it's bad for me. Outside of Cheez-Its, like if there's something that I just really love eating, it would be like steaks, but it's just so expensive. So Cheez-Its are the much cheaper alternative to buying steak. Like, don't get me wrong, you know, I'll eat a good chocolate. I'll eat some good, like if I eat sweets, like I'll eat a lot of it. But overall, I just don't find it as like just doesn't it feels like it should be better in a way. It's just kind of like, yeah, this is good, but it's not like as good as it could be. Whereas Cheez-Its like don't promise to be better than they are. And so they're terrible, but they're fine with being terrible because they're not supposed to be any better. That makes sense. Ah! Oh my gosh. Elytra wings activate when you're supposed to and not when you're not supposed to. No, you could use scaffolding. You could climb up and down. Be easy. Shut up. I'm gonna assume that, or I'm gonna ask, what is your guilty pleasure food? But I'm gonna kind of assume that it's sweets. My mom was very health oriented. So most of it is just that I never formed an addiction to sweets, really. Because she just never really let us eat too many sweets. So it's just like, yeah, it's less of I don't like it and more of just I kind of forget it exists. Like, oh yeah, ice cream exists. That's a thing I could eat. You know, it's just I forgot about it. Okay, cool. Right now, we're gonna bring them all now. Bring everything all down to about the same level. Then ought to be a good starting point, but I think we might need to add more streaks in. Not really. I like sweets, but my favorite nowadays are roasted seaweed snack and creased cheese crisps made of 100% cheese. I do love roasted seaweed. Seaweed is fantastic. Like I will nom many bags of seaweed. Ah! Broke. I just need to scream at it apparently. Come on. Come on. There we go. What was that? Dicky rejoined? Yes, rejoined. This is expensive on the sea lanterns. Just hope it looks good. Because if it looks good, then it's worth any price. Kind of how I go. You know, if it doesn't look good, then it wasn't worth it. But if it looks really fantastic, then oh my gosh. I don't care how expensive it is, give me it. In Minecraft. Not in real life. I wish I was rich enough to do that in real life, but alas. I am broke college student. Anyone else getting bad lag or just me? Not noticing anything in particular. Might be a little laggy, but not major enough. Okay, I think what needs to happen is I think the streaks have a good consistency for the lower bit, but they need to widen out so there's more streaks up top because that's kind of how it works. And then I think we might try having a glass barrier between the two to really give it the different feel. Like up here. This is the problem. This is why I run out of rockets. I don't run out of rockets because I spam them everywhere. I run out of rockets because I fall off of everything. Like this one here. I think right about here. We're going to also get rid of the white glass because I don't think it's doing enough. Which Things will probably come through later and completely re-glass everything. But hey, that's fine. Yeah, right here. We're gonna switch you up. You're gonna come up one more. Then you're gonna branch off. Come on. You're so close to breaking. It's one of the things that I do think would be really nice from Java is the ability to break blocks on multiple hits. There, and I would like you because it's a long-term welcome back. So that's the thing, right? How far apart does someone have to leave the server before you can't say welcome back anymore? You know? Like what's the limit? What's the cap? Oh geez. That's not very fun. Here. We're gonna split apart. That. Have some kind of split here. This one. Ah! That. And concrete. Right. Let's change you off. That. Oh. This layer of clear glass. Now let's see. Yeah, that's far streakier. Looking for. This area is very empty. Let's see. We do that, and then maybe we just open this one up just a little bit. And we got Helios. No one understands that. Just this little area. Those two already exist. You can be that. You in, and I'll deal with the glass next. All right, let's see. RTX probably won't work first try. Nope, doesn't. And it's also broken because everything's reflective. So this is a thing, actually. I've noticed, right? For some reason, my RTX seems to bug out more aggressively on the server. Like, there's more things like this, right? Where everything's super reflective. Happens more often on here than it does on like single player worlds. Any theory why? Locate server. Locate faster, game. Locate the server, please, bruh. Extra speed. Nope, it's taking a sweet old time today. Guess I should have checked how many people are online. There it is. Oh, now it would take a good minute to join back, I see. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't think of that. Oh, wow, that's bright. Not supposed to be quite that, that excessively bright. I guess I didn't think about the fact that it would do that. I suppose with more of the blue glass, it'll look a little more like this. But I guess we do want some of the lights to show through. We need to darken the lights a bit, and we need some of the lights to shine through. And then some kind of probably black glass up there just to cover it in so you don't see hyperspace while you're looking at the stars. So you walk in here, you look up at the stars, and then you fly up, hit hyperspace as soon as you fly past the stars. I know this doesn't make any sense to you. I know you have no clue what the words I am saying mean, Tanya. but it's cool. just trust me. It's cool. You know, gotten like a good look. I want to get a good look at this place in the night to see what those look like. Wait, was that a creeper that blew up? Was that the noise that I heard? I thought it was a thunderstorm at first. But was that a creeper? Going crazy. Might be going crazy. I have no clue. I know what all of them mean separately, but not as a whole. Yeah, you just gotta trust me. It's cool. All right, how much? I don't have much glass. And I don't have hardly any ink. Oh, I do have a lot of ink, actually. Never mind. Countermand that. I have ink. We're good. Let's just hope. Uh-oh, do we not have... do I need to make this? No. Can I not re-dye? Bruh. It should have been a thunder. I got some glass traded. Okay. Cool. I will be coming over and stealing that. I mean, not stealing that. Just borrowing it. Not a full choker. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll need to do some mass glass collection for the rest of the tunnel to Natty's base. For right now, I just want to finish off my specific little entrance. Yeah. I hope I'm not coming down with something. That would be horrible. Horrible, I say. Hey. I steal many. I give you books though. Give you books. Free books. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ah. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Have any plans for the weekend? Anything fun and exciting going on? I don't. I just got schoolwork. I'm getting to play D&D. That's fun. But other than that, it's just like all the schoolwork I gotta do. Because midterms are coming up. Hooray. Hello, hello, X Hunter. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Currently trying to get some kind of a hyperspace tunnel thing set up. This should be, hopefully, if this looks good. The actual entrance to and out of hyperspace. Question is, how tight does this hole need to be? Wait, what? You can still see through it? I've never been able to see lights through glass. Oh. That's funny. That's funny. Thanks, RTX. No plans yet. Maybe I could. I'm assuming that's gonna be asked. Be asked to go somewhere out there as I'm gonna sleep and lie around. Well, you know, it's not the worst existence. Not gonna say that I would love to have that existence, but you know, I might love to have that existence. Let's see. So the big thing with this is it's going to mean that you have to fly out of one specific hole, which isn't super fantastic, but it isn't terrible. But the question is, can I? But it's not much difference than my weekdays. I'm jealous. I am jealous. I will admit that. I miss the days where I could do that all the time. Let's see. If I add a second layer of glass, which everyone's going to tell me will look terrible outside of RTX. Right? Everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, it looks so stupid. Why'd you do that? Think about the vanilla players, Bang. Ah! But, here's the thing. I'm going to play in RTX. Or like this tunnel, I'm going to be seeing mostly entirely through RTX. And through my borderless glass look. So, no, it's still really visible. Maybe I don't do that, and I do just, maybe I just straight up do black concrete up there. Let's try that. Let's try things, right? Let's explore. Let's test things. Let's be creative. As per usual, let's wing it. Your pack is still overly shiny, so maybe it shouldn't look like that. Is it still too bright? Because this looks normal to me. Through here. And then like that's the other bit of black glass. So it might just be the fact that usually the light just doesn't shine through, or like doesn't go through black glass, as in it tints. Like It's like tinted glass. You just don't see through the glass, but it comes through it from the other side, is what I'm thinking. So maybe it shouldn't, but I don't think I've ever gotten this pack to work properly on the server. Like, for some reason, it's just something about Guildrock that my computer refuses to make RTX load. Netherrack was reflective. It shouldn't, I think. If you're talking about the netherrack at the bottom, I have glass above it, so it might be the glass causing that to happen. Because there's glass down there. Clear glass, but there is glass there. So if that's what you're talking about, that might be what's happening. Get rid of that. Ah, I see. Your clear glass is too clear. Okay. That's what I... If we get rid of this... The thing is now, because of all the light, it doesn't look black. It looks gray. It doesn't look as black as it's supposed to look. Do you have any skulk? Just so I could give it a shot and see if it works? I don't think it would, because I think, again, it would look too light. Because if not, I think the only thing to do would be to shorten this and then put some dimming light on top of it. In the nether hub inside of the planet, take some. Okay. I don't really think it'll work, but it's worth a shot. Because if you don't try everything, you never know what might have worked. Going. So I think the green will be too much. But never know. Oh my gosh. What is all this? And a chicken. And a chicken. Aha. I will take 10 blocks. I believe I could be mistaken, but oh, hey, there's a map. How old is the map? I wonder. Yep, there it is. It's my base. You can see it. That's cool. Is this just the I assume this is just the normal area, or is this the extended? Technically, if it's extended, then my map should be like there, I think. Maybe no, I think it'd be like there. I don't know. Also, I haven't actually seen spawn in a while, so we're gonna detour randomly because I feel like checking out spawn. Let's do this. Just a little extended. Okay. Wow. Sloon. That I was going to hum because it might be copyright struck. Here's our project, the railroads, which is going to be massive by our plans, but it's going to be insanely expensive. The anvils. Also, do we really want to do oak wood? I get like oak is like has that western vibe, but do we really want to use oak? I don't know. Anyway. Head back to where I was. They are thinner than I thought. Yeah, that's the other thing. I feel like they're a bit small. I figured we'd go at least like five blocks. Preferably like 5 blocks in the middle. So could say something probably. Fly back over to the hyperspace area once the chunks load. That's weird. That's weird looking. Good talk, Bedrock. At least 3 in the middle. Yeah. Let's see, because we want to look at this mostly in RTX. Let's turn you on. And on the mushroom that is not there and experience sudden death. I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, it's too green. It's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Ah, it's not what I want to be placing. I think if I place stuff like this, then it should dim the whole bit down. Yeah, that's better. Question is, would that... No, you can still see it through here. Okay. want to make sure you can't see it at all, if possible. So it is unfortunate that Natty's not going to be able to experience this in the same way that I can. But hey, once I get this area done, then I can take a picture of it and put it in quest progress. How about that? It'll be a whole new project entirely finished. How about that? Okay, so that's a good start. Now, though, I think we can take these off. Most of them. Let's take off the really low ones. Like that. Keep that one there, just because this is a good, hey, this is where you need to go to get to the ladder. And then we climb up. Stick some more around that. Maybe. Out of curiosity. What does that look like? That looks dumb. Take it off and just have it around the side. No, that still looks dumb. It does make it look darker, though. So, like, what if we had you there and there? I think, potentially, if I really want to in the future... Oh my gosh, why does that happen? If I really want to in the future, it could be an interesting idea to cover the entirety of this place in black glass. So that way, the whole thing would be like, look more pitch black. But as a little starting point, this isn't bad. Although that is something, because when you fly out, just kind of blast past that. die purely because I'm flying around too much. See how it looks the other way, though. Flying back the other way, right? Through hyperspace. And then... Not terrible. It's not fully what I was expecting, but not bad. What does need to happen, though, is this side does need to be... That side does need to be covered with some kind of glass. Or something, just to make sure nothing can spawn. Uh-oh. Where's my food at? Hello, Rex. Welcome back. Still same place. Trying to work on this thingamajiggerficator. Please tell me my food's in here. It's not. Ah! You know what? Like, actually, overall, although it's really messy right now, you're not go with schedule, are you? What? What do you mean? It's a bit of a mess, but it works. Because it's messy flying into hyperspace. Like, you just get all kinds of random stuff. I feel like it'll look absolutely horrible outside of RTX. Like, Natty's gonna come over here and be like, what even the frick have you done, Bang? Like, this is so disgusting. How have you done such things? But I feel like it's a fairly it's not the best, I'll say. I could definitely try to get a much closer representation of hyperspace, but I think for the space that I want to work with, it's not bad. If I wanted to really go nuts, I would drop this portal all the way down to the, like, to bedrock. Yeah, if this thing went all the way down and I had that much space to work with, I could make it really look like you're entering hyperspace all the way flying up. But I don't think that's what we want to do. Try not to die first. You know, priorities. I'm probably, like, unironically, I'm going to die so many times flying through. Oh my gosh, what is going on? I'm going to die so many times flying through that tunnel. Oh dear. Oh dear. So much lag. Are you trying to lock me out? Are you trying to lock me out? I don't know. I think I'm happy with how it looks. And I also think that it's potentially time. One last look at it. Because the thing is, really, the ow, really the best thing to do would be if I could make it slow down right as you're entering the black streak area, and then you rocket right there and speed up into this area, so this area seems like it flies by really quickly, and then you launch into the tunnel. Like that would be whoop, 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 whoop. Let's switch out that. That would be how you'd get like a genuine, like if this was like a ride and I was designing like a Disney World ride or something, that's how I would set it up, because that's how it looks. You know, you're flying through space and then you slowly begin to see the streaks hit and then you launch into the blue ones. So if I really wanted to go for the time and effort and like this was going to be a major something that showed up all the time, I would do that. But since this is mostly a fun thing for Natty and I to use, I think it looks fine. So the only other thing to do is to build the area underneath here, which is something I'm going to take care of later. Because, A, my water bottle's empty, which makes me very sad. I want to go drink a lot of water. And B, it has been like almost 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 17 minutes, 18 minutes. So I think that altogether with everything that I've gotten set up here, this has been a productive enough stream for me to be happy. And I'll continue to work on this probably off camera, and hopefully before next stream, this whole tunnel complex will be finished. And hopefully if I'm productive enough and we get enough stuff done, then we can be working on the railroad stuff next time. Maybe. Anyway, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end here. Overall successful stream is what I'd say. It's not beautiful, it's not perfect, but overall successful stream. I'm going to go take care of real life stuff and hopefully, I'm probably just going to procrastinate on doing homework, but you know, hopefully I'll actually do some, but probably I'm just going to procrastinate. Anyway, I'll be around. There's a video coming out on Sunday. It's actually happening. I know I've said it's going to happen for the last like 2 weeks. It's actually happening. Yeah. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. See you all around. Bye.